Okay. Opening statement. I honestly have mixed emotions if, any of the people that are viewers or people that listen to the game understand what happened in the fourth quarter. It's pretty upsetting for any coach, especially that's the way you end up ending a game where you're up by quite a sizable margin and then you end up having to put starters back in. I was just really disappointed in some ways. But the start of the game, really proud of the kids. It really started with defense. Did a good job of not allowing a lot of second chance opportunities for them. We came down with the opportunity to score. And I think that's what I really appreciate about that first two quarters. Coming back in out of halftime, they did a good job of continuing to play hard, understanding that the other team was going to come in and do a great job as well. I like that. We hit a point where I thought we can start subbing some more and give other players opportunities now to continue to get better and look at different rotations, because there are going to be opportunities where we're going to have fouls. There are going to be times where we're in particular situations we need to see what certain rotations look like, and some players just need an opportunity to play. And in doing that, the disappointment for me was that we didn't stick with the game plan that got us as far as we had up to that point, and trusting it. And I was lecturing the group that was out, and I ended up lecturing the next group as well. We need a little bit of delayed gratification here, not taking quick shots, sticking with the game plan, not feeling just because you have such a sizable lead that we can be, like I told them, footloose and fancy free and just jack up shots, make loose passes, not stick to what we're supposed to do regarding their press. And I made it very clear from the beginning, was on the board as well, this team will not stop regardless of what the score is. And it was evident out there, and sometimes this happens with young folks. Sometimes they need to truly experience it to understand it. We're just really fortunate that we're up by that kind of a lead that didn't end up burning us. I mean, I'm sure if you asked Sharon, she probably just felt like she ran out of time. But I think the finish of the game, we didn't do so great from the free throw line, which honestly I think we're second right now in conference. We didn't do so great there at the end, but I think those the last two sets there, we were able to knock down those free throws, and that really kind of gave us more of a cushion, and everybody could breathe a little bit to know that we're going to be able to close out that game soundly. Sorry, that was just really long.
Well, going back to that start, did you see anything looking at them over the week or in preparation for them? Because obviously the threes were falling, but a lot of those points came from, someone was always open under the basket. It seemed like, there'd be one pass and like whether it be Whitney or Ericka, somebody's under the basket, and obviously the threes helped space that out. But did you think you could kind of go work the ball inside a little more against this team?
I think the thing that we talked to the players about, and we had a 2-day prep, which isn't normal really in conference play, you have a 1-day prep, was that we had an opportunity as a staff to be able to watch, as Coach Dorsey Scout did a great job, to watch and see how you could break them down, knowing they run about 5 to 7 defensive looks. And so we literally went over almost all of them with the players, and so they understood where it was going to come from. Initially, they're kind of winging it, and then got a timeout opportunity, and then they saw even more. So, okay, yeah, boom, one pass, 2-3 passes, it's there. And so they did a great job, again, following the game plan, understanding where those open looks are going to come from, and yes, they were able to knock down shots here at home.
Coach, did it surprise you that they didn't go inside more with the size of
It definitely did. It's the thing that we talked about quite a bit. Now, they started to there towards the end, and inside, to me, we talked about this the entire time, protecting the paint. It wasn't just post feeds, it's dribble penetration, them getting to the free throw line. We understood clearly that's been our Achilles heel. It's what people are able to do against us. But I'm glad that they had their struggles. It really helped, too, that Zero got into early foul trouble. She's a pretty tough kid. Inside.
Do you think that you guys kind of setting the tempo offensively early kind of drew them into kind of playing your guys' game? Because it looked like they were playing a little bit out of their tempo. They were trying to keep up with you guys, trying to push the tempo just like Taylor was doing in transition, things like that, and they kind of got them out of their rhythm. I felt they took a lot of ill-advised shots, and I think you guys, I don't know, do you agree that you guys probably...
I can tell you this, the game plan clearly was protect the paint, and the players know this. Anytime we get a defensive rebound, a steal, whatever, we push hard, we push tempo, and we're gone. It's what we look to do. The majority of these kids within their shot can take a shot that's pretty open and it hit them. Anytime you have 11 to 25 in that first quarter, 14 to 29, this is any team, there's some sense of tightness, urgency, something that happens with players regardless of which side the ball you're on, whether you're home or away. I wouldn't I'm not Sharon, and I don't know exactly what was going through those players' minds, but I could definitely tell you there are times for sure where you want to make it up quickly. You want to make it up quickly, and they found themselves in that situation. And by the time they found their calm, it was pretty darn successful for them. We're just really fortunate that we built such a sizable lead.
What do you want to do differently going into the next conference?
what I want to do differently going the next time. The only thing that I would like is for us to stay consistent. Okay, and consistency to me means, regardless of what the substitution is, or what's going on in the game, if we have a lead, being able to keep that lead and sustain even with substitutions. And that's going to come from us being disciplined and following the game plan.
Ericka, double-double for you tonight. Did it surprise you how easy it was for you inside, especially early on?
Yeah, it was easier than usual, but yeah, it did surprise me that I had double-double. But I knew I could do it if I just put my mind to it, because I've been missing layups lately. So I was telling myself I'm not missing any layups today. So.
And I guess for both of the players, obviously at home, you want to set that tone. You guys are about 30, and you want to set the tone for the next time you see these guys at their home. Did it kind of surprise you that you guys didn't finish the way you wanted to?
Yes, but next game we're gonna have to finish. We're going to have to come out stronger because now they know that they have us the second half of the game. So I have to come out stronger and better.
Whitney, some may think that this is kind of a breakout game, having 15 rebounds, 8 points, nearly another double-double for you guys. I mean, talk about your confidence out there and how your confidence that you're building will help the team moving forward in conference play.
Well, I feel like I was struggling a little bit finishing, so I just found a way on the defensive end, like rebounding, offensive rebounding, to try to contribute the best I can. And then I feel like definitely just staying positive through that helped the team and will help the team stay confident with ourselves.
Looking, you had a couple good looks early, and obviously you finished 4-13. But I remember that nice little spin move you had in the lane there. But going into this game, did you think like, oh, I can get some good looks in here? I can, because you were looking to shoot a lot more than I've seen in the past.
Yeah.
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 Coach Z, talk about how successful you guys have been at home this year. What's been the difference this year at home for you guys?
I don't think, honestly, it's any different. I know this sounds crazy because of the record, home or away. Obviously, anytime you get a chance to play at home, there's a comfy feeling. Our players, honestly, in pregame warm-ups and pregame practice and things like that on the road haven't been really any different, home or away. Sometimes it's a competition. I honestly couldn't tell you what it is. I just think that right now these players clearly have a vision that got started since the preseason, and they want that to continue. And anytime you have an opportunity to do that at home with those special people in the stands, it feels good. But the hope is that when we take it on the road, that's going to continue as well. But honestly, Mark, I couldn't tell you what the difference is being at home or away for us right now.
Both Ericka and Whitney, you guys mentioned this. Obviously, you guys have very different roles than what your teams probably were last season, being kind of probably playing with 4 perimeter players, and you guys kind of having to stay inside, work the paint, or work the post, things like that. How have you kind of adjusted? Because obviously 12 and 15 rebounds, you guys are getting more acclimated to that role, but how's it been from game 1 to now?
I would say at first I wasn't really I wasn't embracing the role I had, and I started to embrace it, and looks like shot selection started becoming more easier. So instead of fighting this position, I just started embracing it more.
I would say the exact same, embracing the position and trusting that the role and doing that